What is good, y'all? My name is Ben Dunn, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, feel free to watch the video, and if you like it, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Earth still revolves around the sun. Nothing changes because you hit the button. Today's a bad week for the boys, unfortunately. One of my friends just had a 4-year-long relationship end, and that's why I decided on this video topic today. I just got him a get well soon card. Unfortunately, the dollar store does not have fuck that bitch cards. When instead of being able to make yourself happy, you rely on other people to make you happy, that's when you're in need of a self-improvement phase. Usually after the loss of a relationship or someone or something that's generally like a keystone figure in your life. You should never be in a situation where you can think to yourself, I could not live without this person or this thing. Even if it's a family member, you always have to be prepared for loss. And that's not saying that you can't be sad, but you just need to be able to ground yourself after. And that's why it's so important to work on yourself so that you can handle loss like that and still be able to go on and enjoy day-to-day life on your own. If you're not already going to the gym, get in the gym. If you're not training hard enough, train harder. If you are training hard enough, train harder. You're not self-improving to impress this girl or to make this girl feel bad for breaking up with you. You're improving to impress yourself, prepare yourself better for new opportunities that are going to come later in life. Get sober, or if you're already sober, stay sober. This is a battle between you and your mind. Alcohol makes you forget. You don't want to forget, you want to face your issues and conquer them. Discover new passions and or reignite old passions. Will Brett Maher miss an extra point today? Let me know in the comments. See, after Brett Maher's really horrible night, I started training for field goals again because I used to be a kicker. I will never see another football field again in my life that I'm suited up for and playing on. I just want to make a 50-yard field goal for the sake of making a 50-yard field goal. It feels good to work towards a goal. And the more goals that you have, as long as they're not like consuming each other's time, just means that there's more to live for. Endless side quests. Eat healthy and drink lots of water. Your body is a Ferrari, not a Civic, so feed it with the fuel that it deserves. If you feed your body shit, it's gonna run like shit. Cutting out processed foods also helps clear up skin. Develop a consistent and effective skincare routine. Reason number 1, psychology studies have proved that more attractive people are generally treated with greater respect and general kindness. As much as that sucks, you just gotta cater to human nature. Reason number 2, look good, feel good, play good. This self-improvement tip is credited to someone in the comment section who told me about this. It is called outcome independence theory, which basically means you control the hard work that you put into something like, for example, my YouTube channel. I can control how much I upload. I can control the quality and quantity of my content, but I cannot control how that content gets pushed. I cannot control the algorithm. I can't force you guys to like my content. All I can do is try to cater the best to my audience. And that is why my goal for New Year's in 2023 wasn't a subscriber count. It was to post 100 videos. And let me check how many videos I posted so far this year. It is now January 23. I am going to post this video right after I film this clip, actually, so I'm going to count this video for today. Counting this video, I will have posted 15 videos in 23 days in January of 2023, so that is on an amazing track to hit my goal of 100 videos. I have 42,197 subscribers at the time of me filming this video. I can't control that number. It can go up, it could even go down. If I hit 50K or 100K, or if I lose 2,000 and end up with 40K, all I can control is the effort that I can put into this channel. If I'm putting in the hard work and not getting the results, it could mean that I'm not catering the best I can to my audience, and I could fix up my content. I could up the quality, I could increase the quantity, I could do a little bit of both. It's like a balancing act of quality and quantity, honestly. But if a video that I put a ton of work into doesn't do as well as a video that I made in 10 minutes,
doesn't mean that I should be upset about myself. I can't control that. I cannot control that outcome, and it should not affect the quality of my life and my just personal happiness and good mood. My most watched video on this channel, which has like 86k views, it's a video about SARMs, and I did not try on that video. I set my camera up in my car and just talked for like 15 minutes straight, and it probably took me like 15 minutes to edit after that because I literally like didn't do anything, I just talked. And it got 86k views just because SARMs was in the title. I've put like 2 full days into a video that has gotten like 1.5k views. I can't control that, and it should not affect my mood. The Tipping Point is basically a book about getting something from the ground up and exponential growth. There's a great chapter in this book called The Law of the Few, and the Law of the Few basically means that a few people are responsible for the influence of the many. For example, when you're getting something off the ground, such as a business, a fashion trend, or a political ideology, it is a few people who will be responsible for the exponential growth of that. When you've heard about something like Apple or Microsoft, well, we were probably not born yet at that time, unless you're someone older watching this video, but you know what I'm talking about. When you hear about this big business that came up from nothing, how many of you guys actually heard about it when that business was nothing? How many of you guys were subscribed to this YouTube channel when it was nothing? You hear about the YouTube channel when it hits your algorithm and you see this video with 100,000 views, you click on it, you say, oh, these guys are dope, this guy's dope, I'm going to subscribe to his YouTube channel. This is a great way to develop an outcome independence mindset. The people who are on the ground level of these businesses, fashion trends, and political ideologies, they weren't looking 6 months in the future or 6 years in the future to being a billion-dollar company or a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers. No. They were just putting in the work and grinding to get off of the ground level, and basically all the eggs fell into the basket. If you put in the hard work that you can control, you have to leave the rest to the external forces, whether you believe in God or some existential mindset of how your actions are what determine where you end up in life. You have to admit that not everything is going to be in your control. It's unrealistic for everything to be in your control. And if you want everything to be in your control, if you feel like you need control over everything in your life, then that's probably something that you have to work on, because you're never going to be in full control. You can only control yourself and your own decision making.
Read books, especially those on human psychology, or just read in general. Take in new information, learn, become a better person, make better decisions by learning about bad decisions that others have made. I heard this one saying that dumb people make bad mistakes and they repeat those mistakes. Smart people make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Geniuses look at others' mistakes and don't make the same mistakes. So they don't have to make that mistake in order for them to learn from it. They learn from the mistakes that other people have made. The first book I recommend you read when you start a self-improvement phase is called The Marshmallow Test. It is about self-control. If you're familiar with the Marshmallow Test, this will not give away the book. This is just me explaining basically the title. So the Marshmallow Test is something that's designed for really little kids. They get put down at a table with a marshmallow in front of them, and they're told if they can wait 10 minutes, then they get a second marshmallow. But if they eat the marshmallow, then they only get one. They don't get the second marshmallow. And there's studies that prove that, well, this is the study that proves that the kids who ate the marshmallow and didn't wait for the second marshmallow were on average less successful in life, because the whole thing is about instant gratification versus waiting in the long run for a greater reward. When you first start this phase, the first thing you're probably going to focus on is kicking those bad habits that you currently have or have had in the past, which led you to this phase. as you progress and the cravings for those bad habits diminish, you're going to kind of be upping the gear into sport mode, into turbo mode, and just continuously perfecting everything in your daily life, perfecting your skincare routine, perfecting your workout routine, perfecting your diet. But it's not an overnight thing. You're not just gonna realize, oh shit, like I'm in some deep shit, I need to change my life, and then be perfect the next day. It doesn't work like that. It's a process. It's a process that you have to trust. During this phase, I highly recommend that you stay single. Instead of leeching on to someone else for emotional support and a sense of stability, you have to create your own sense of stability. And every single person watching this video has the tools to do so on their own. You don't need someone else. The only constant figure in your own life is yours. The only constant figure in your own life is you. Not anyone else. No matter how much you like someone, no matter how much you fucking love someone, no matter how much they've been there for you, it could stop like that. Whether it's on their own means and leaving you, or whether they are forced to leave you by God's means, unfortunately. Everyone in your life besides you, unfortunately, is maybe not replaceable, but they're not constant figures. Speaking of replaceable, don't try to replace her. Don't try to replace him. You're not going to replace your mom or your dad if you lost them. Instead, you should evaluate their role that they had in your life and use that to make your own life better by your own means. Stop looking for a rebound. She's not going to make you feel better. She's not going to replace her. She's just going to leave you looking for more answers. If you miss having someone to take care of, if you miss going home at the end of the day and there being someone there who wants you in your life, don't get a girlfriend, get a dog. I haven't even had sex since the last week in November, I'll be honest. Not because I haven't had the opportunity to, but because I view myself with like a different sense of self-worth now. I put hours every day into improving my body and mind, and just because a blonde girl put on makeup and bought me a drink doesn't mean that she's worthy of this $1 million dick. That's the kind of mindset that you guys should have. I'll be honest, I'm like kind of ashamed of my body count because most of them didn't deserve it. Sex can be like a drug. It is like a drug. It releases dopamine that's comparable to a lot of drugs. The difference between sex and drugs, and why sometimes sex is more time consuming than drugs, because drugs, you just ask your dealer, yeah, can I get one, and you take it. But with sex, you have to like text them for like hours per day, waste so much time, and you don't even like want to date this person. You literally just want to prove to yourself that you're good enough to hook up with them. That's something that you have to prove to yourself by your own means, not by like actually doing it. I've done some soul searching these past few months, and I'm just waiting for someone who's actually worth it. And that's not someone that I met 15 minutes ago at a party. Maybe someone who I met 15 minutes ago at a party could be worth it a month down the line, but not that night. You never know who's out there, you never know who you're talking to. A Boogie said it best, whoever knew the devil was so pretty with the long hair. She could tell you everything that you want to hear, and you're gonna believe her. But the second that you start to lose control of your own priorities, that's when you know that this isn't healthy for you. Your own priorities have to go before anyone else's. You can't love anyone else until you love the shit out of yourself. And that's a fact. You have to love yourself from your head to your toe. You have to wake up every morning with a sense of pride that you're going into this day to kill it. You're gonna make the most out of this day. You're gonna wake up tomorrow morning feeling better than you did the day before. You're gonna read a book today. You're gonna go to the gym today. You're gonna eat 5 healthy meals today. You're gonna be better today. Listen to music, listen to podcasts, especially podcasts with special guests on that are experts in whatever field. Andrew Huberman podcast is my favorite podcast, the most informative in my opinion. Joe Rogan, you will also learn a lot from that podcast. Cut out the mind-numbing, unproductive shit, and you're doing all of this for yourself, not for anyone else, just yourself. because you deserve it. You deserve a good life. You deserve to be happy. You deserve all of the success that's going to arise from your hard work. Don't go out searching for a relationship. The relationship will find you. When the time is right, you're going to know. But right now, work out all the kinks in your own life before you start fixing someone else's. That's all she wrote today. That's going to do it for the video. I love you guys. Thanks so much for the support. Peace.